Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and on this video, I want to dive into dry fasting. So for those of you that don't know me, I am on a mission to teach you how to build a fasting lifestyle. But fasting is so much more than just stop eating food. There are actually 7 different fasts that we teach here on this channel, and one of those fasts is dry fasting. So stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through the ins and outs of it, how to do it safely, how to not do it, and why you'd want to do it. So stay tuned. Okay, you guys, I wanted to do a video for you today on dry fasting because we keep getting this question over and over again. A lot of you have seen the other video that I did on dry fasting, and there are some real positive things about dry fasting, and then there are some things that you really need to know about doing it safely. So let's start off with this idea. What is dry fasting? So it is pretty much what it sounds like. It is where you are eating no food and you're drinking no water. So that would include any drink of any kind. So coffee, tea, you're basically, nothing is going in your mouth. There are 2 different types of dry fasting. There is a soft dry fast and there is a hard dry fast. A soft dry fast is just where you do no food, no water, but you still brush your teeth, you still shower, you're still getting some water exposure. There are some people that prefer a hard dry fast, and a hard dry fast is where you are you're not drinking any water, you're not eating, but you're not brushing your teeth, and you're not showering. So there's literally no water coming into contact with your body. There aren't a lot of great studies on which one's different. Use common sense. The more extreme you go with dry fasting, the more dangerous it becomes. So you really have to think this one through right for yourself and decide if it's right. Why would you want to dry fast? This is a question that we get a lot. There became a trend last year where people the rumor, the urban myth was that dry fasting had the same, 1 day of dry fasting had the same benefit, autophagy benefits as a 3-day water fast. I have spent a significant amount of time trying to find that research on the internet. I can't find it anywhere. So wherever that urban myth came from, I am not finding the science to back it up. If you know the science to back it up, please leave it in the comments and let me know. But we do not have any proof as of right now that 1 day of dry fasting is equivalent to 3 days of water fasting. So know that right off the bat. Now, what I will tell you that my resetters are saying, what I've experienced, is that when you dry fast, you can often get into a deeper ketosis. And for those of you that are stuck and you're really trying to get into ketosis, or you're stuck with weight loss, or you're stuck with your fasting efforts, this is where throwing in a dry fast every once in a while can be really helpful. So the upside of dry fasting from just looking at so many people doing it is it can get you into this deeper state of ketosis. The interesting idea behind dry fasting is that when you take food and water out of the equation, what happens is that your body starts to burn, it needs water, so it will burn water from fat. So it is a way of the cells having to regenerate themselves much quicker because now it's trying to find food and water. We also have some incredible research on dry fasting that has been done. You can find, I actually have a really good article on my webpage called The Benefits of Dry Fasting. We will link it in here, or you can go to drmindypelz.com and you can find it there. But there's some interesting research human studies that have been done on dry fasting. And there is 5 things that they're showing through research happens when you dry fast. And there are 5 really beneficial things. So the first is there's several studies showing that dry fasting is a great way to lower inflammation. So if you have any chronic joint pain, if you have a bloated belly, this is where, if you're trying to reverse a chronic condition, this is where you want to lean into some dry fasts so that you can bring your inflammation down. The second thing is that dry fasting increases BDNF. So we've talked a lot about that on here. You can go to my videos that I've done on resetting your brain. BDNF is like miracle grow for the brain. And BDNF will help to regenerate dendrites, which are the messengers of thoughts and memory and information in the brain. It will regenerate those. So, and it will also, BDNF will upregulate serotonin. And serotonin is what makes you happy. So a lot of people like to throw in dry fasting so that they can get that accelerated brain power and it can improve your mood. The other thing we know is that from research is that dry fasting does have a tendency to bring your blood sugar down more efficiently. So those are a little deeper than a water fast. So those of you that are, again, you're stuck with your fasting efforts, you're ready to try something new, this is where throwing in a dry fast every once in a while is going to bring that blood sugar down, potentially get you into a deeper ketosis. And then the other two really surprising effects of dry fasting that we haven't talked enough on my channel about, but we're seeing it in the research, is that dry fasting is known to balance your cholesterol levels. Again, I'll put the research in here so you can go look at those articles. It's also has been known to prevent osteoporosis. So these are effects that we don't typically see with the other fasts. So I like it as part of building your fasting lifestyle, is that you would want to throw in a dry fast maybe once a week, maybe once a month, but it should go into your fasting routine. Now, how do you do a dry fast? What's the length, the time period that is safe? Because I think this is a really important point to map out for you guys. All the research that I just showed you is done on people dry fasting anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. We do not have any research, and I really want you to hear this, we do not have any research on what happens to your body with dry fasting after 24 hours. So if we've got people in my resetter group that are trying to go 3 days dry fasting, please don't do that. That is not safe to be doing. So your body is not meant to go 3 days without water. It can go 3 days without food, but it's not meant to go 3 days without water. So please be safe with this. A dry fast should go into your routine. It should be done 12 to 24 hours, and it shouldn't be done extremely. The way I personally like to dry fast, and everybody has a little different strategy, is I like to get up in the morning, have my cup of coffee, have some water, and then I don't eat or drink until the following morning. So at least I'm waking up and having my coffee, having a glass of water, and then it's the rest of the day that there's no food or water. Wake up the next morning, I break it with a glass of water. So, and then you can move into an intermittent fasting that day, depending on what you choose to do. So that's how I like to do it. We do have a dry fast club, thanks to John Townley in our resetter group. So just put resetter in the comments and we'll invite you into our resetter group where we fast every month together. And every week there's a dry fast club. So if you want to know more about doing dry fasting with other people, come join my resetter group and you'll see that there's a lot of dry fasting fanatics in there, but they're all doing it very, very safe. So that's dry fasting. Be smart about it. Lean into it when you want to lower inflammation. Lean into it when you're looking for deeper ketosis, you're stuck. It's a really smart thing to do to splash into your fasting lifestyle, but don't go extreme with it. So, as always, let me know if that helps. Put in the comments if you're a fan of dry fasting, tell us your experience. And if you want to know more about fasting and building yourself a fasting lifestyle, join me at our live event, The Reset Experience. It's going to be a whole day of teaching you how to customize these principles for yourself. Just put Reset Experience in the comments. We'll send you a link. And as always, I hope that helps.